Greetings, friends and strangers alike. Welcome, one and all. I am Forever the Elf, and welcome to Character Cartography, a series where we use Minecraft map art to recreate various icons from popular culture. For this video, we are going to be delving into the post-apocalyptic wasteland that is the Fallout series. We are going to be making a Vault-Tec style poster for each of the special stats, starting with strength. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk about Fallout. I know the show has just come out recently. That was part of the inspiration for me doing these map arts in the first place. But I'm going to talk about the video games for this one. And I'm trying to think how I was first introduced to the Fallout series. The first game I played and the first time I ever even heard of the series was Fallout 3, which I imagine that's the same for a lot of people. The first couple of Fallouts weren't exactly massively well known, were they? Fallout 3 was probably the first. It was the game that probably put the series on the map for the majority of gamers. So Fallout 3 was the first one I played myself, and I'm trying to think how it was I even heard of the series myself. Because, back then, in the mid to late 2000s when it came out, I wouldn't have been on gaming forums on the internet, like Reddit and stuff like that. I wouldn't have been involved in all that. So I think the first time I ever even heard of the Fallout series was, I think there was a TV advert for Fallout 3. I could not tell you what the advert was, what the contents of it was. I could probably find it on YouTube or something. I imagine they're floating around the internet somewhere. But I think that's the first time I even saw the series, and I don't remember if that's what led me to pick the game up, or if I picked the game up maybe a little bit later. I honestly don't remember, man. It's it's been 16, 17 years since that game came out. Been a long time. But yeah, so Fallout 3 was my introduction to the series, and I gotta be honest, I never played a great deal of it. I never finished the story. I don't even think I got close to finishing the story, to be perfectly honest. I remember enjoying my time with it. Even when I played it new, or first played it rather, I was so big into just exploring the wasteland rather than doing the main quest. And I'm the same with old games like that. The other Bethesda games I've played since, like Skyrim, Fallout 4. I actually didn't play New Vegas at the time, so that one doesn't really come into the list. But I do the same thing in all of these games. I just want to explore, see what the world has got to offer. And I remember having an okay time with that. With Fallout 3, like I said, I didn't play a great deal of it. I honestly found it to be quite... I found the environment to be a little tedious, because there was a lot of copy of pasting of subway tunnels. If you wanted to get anywhere, it had to be through a subway tunnel, and they were very samey, very boring, very grey, as subway tunnels are wont to be. You can't really spruce them up, that's just the nature of them. One of my most vivid memories of Fallout 3 was, I think it was in a subway tunnel. I think there was some sort of quest. I couldn't tell you what the quest is, could probably look it up, but the quest reward was the shish kebab. The sword that is on fire. I remember that from Fallout 3. I remember getting that and thinking, because I would have been a teenager at the time. That's cool as shit. I mean, it's still cool now, to be fair. But other than that, I don't have massive memories of it. I remember Rivet City, and I remember how boring and dull that place is to traverse, because again, it's just grey metal. What else can it possibly be? And I remember the centaurs. Those stick out in my mind massively from Fallout 3. And I'm surprised they didn't bring them back in Fallout 4. Maybe we'll see them again in future Fallout games, or maybe the show, who knows. So actually the next Fallout game I played after 3 was Fallout 4. I never played New Vegas. I think it was probably just due to the fact that I wasn't that big of a fan of the Fallout series. I'm starting to get a little bit more into it nowadays. I'm starting to get into, watching lore videos by YouTubers like Oxon or something like that. Really getting into it. I really like the idea of watching an actual play for a Fallout TTRPG. That seems really fun. Just diving into the lore, watching the show, things like that. But I think because I wasn't really into it at the time of Fallout 3, I just completely ignored New Vegas, which I know is kind of sacrilege to say. So the next one I played was Fallout 4, and I actually really enjoy it, which I know is a controversial take. I really, 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 really like Fallout 4 for its gameplay. Obviously, the story is kind of underbaked, and the characters are not all that interesting, but the gameplay is excellent. It really does do what I love best about this kind of game. It just exploring the wasteland, seeing stuff to see, stuff to do, and picking up every little piece of scrap that I can find that has screws in it. I think at one point during an old Let's Play of Fallout 4 when it was new, I think I dubbed my Git save file like the quest for desk fans or something, because they had screws and you need screws for everything for upgrades. But yeah, Fallout 4, amazing game. Not amazing story, but amazing game. And I'm one of those people where gameplay is a huge factor in a game. Like, the story can be absolute Oscar worthy, but if the game is not fun to play, I'm going to get bored and I'm not going to get to experience that story. Because I think for an interactive medium like a video game, the gameplay is kind of the most important thing, to be honest. And Fallout 4, I believe, did that very well. Probably the best in the series. Well, I say that it for that type of game, for the first person, explore the wasteland, gather scrap, take them back to your base, and upgrade your weapons and armor and power armor and all that and everything like that. I think Fallout 4 has that fantastic. I can't speak to Fallout 76 because I haven't played it. I had no interest at the time. I don't have a massive amount of interest now. I may pick it up. Just to get some of the lore goodies and stuff like that. And lastly, let's talk about New Vegas. I have played it a little bit. I've played a couple hours of it, which is not a lot. I would like to play it more. I would like to give it a second chance, because at the time when I played it, which I don't remember, maybe 5 years ago, I think. It was a little while ago now. I found myself really, really frustrated with the gameplay. Especially having come off Fallout 4, which, of course, Fallout series is not all combat, but combat is a huge part of it, and Fallout 4's combat was pretty decent. Fallout New Vegas is not, because Fallout 3 and New Vegas use the same kind of engine, and I just found myself getting so frustrated with the combat. And this could have been my own fault, right? I could have taken a wrong turn and maybe ran into some higher level enemies. That's entirely my fault. I didn't look up New Vegas at first. I knew not to go north because of the Cazadors. I knew that much. But I could have ran into some more higher power enemies than I was really ready for. And I found myself just every fight I was getting into, I'd get an arm or a leg crippled and I have to go all the way back to Good Springs to get it fixed because I used all my doctor's bags. And after a couple hours of that, I just got frustrated with it and put the game down. Like I say, would love to give it another shot because I know it's kind of lauded as the best in the series for its story and character. And I know what happens. I've watched YouTube videos. I've read stuff. I know what happens in the game. So definitely would love to give it a second shot. I have actually bought Fallout 1, 2 and 3 on Steam. Thanks to the sale that came about recently due to the show. So I'd love to replay 3, give that a second try, and also give 1 and 2 a shot because they are very, very, very different style of games, but they still sound really fun to get into. I'm not going to lie, and I'd love to give it a shot. Maybe I'll do it on stream, or maybe I'll play it in my free time. Who knows? So that's going to be it for this little voiceover bit. We're coming to the end of the build here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in a minute for the outro. All right, and we are finished. This one looks a little strange compared to all of the ones I've done previously. Every map art I've done previously has just been a flat canvas, whereas this one has some verticality to it. And if you don't know how the way Minecraft, the map colors work, the shade of the block is determined by the position of the block to the north of it. So for example, if we look at this gold pressure plate here, because it's on a lower block than this one here is a lighter colour. I hope that makes sense. Probably doesn't, huh? But anyway, I was very particular about the shade of colours that I wanted for this map art, so that's why I'm doing this. So this is called the staircase method, or the stair step method. Like I say, it's just a way to get different shades of colour. Because sometimes you're kind of limited on what colours you can actually have in the Minecraft map art. So it would have been a little difficult to figure out while I was building it what I'm building, because obviously it's not just a flat canvas where you can easily see from above. I mean, if I'd have positioned the camera all the way up here, then yeah, you'd have been able to tell. But that would have been a bit silly. Overall, I really like this one. I'm going to be doing one for each of the 7 special skills in the Fallout games. Whether I do more for like specific like perks, because obviously there is art for every perk, at least in Fallout 4, that's what I'm basing this one off of. Who knows? So what do you guys think of this one? If you want to build this yourself, there is a link in the description to download a creative world with all of the map art I've done so far, including this one. And if you want to see me make map art of something in particular, please do put your suggestions down in the comments. I have a ton of ideas myself, but it'd be nice to get some ideas from you guys too. So that's it for this one. If you enjoyed, then please do give the video a nice thumbs up and subscribe for more map art as well as other content such as challenge videos, Pokemon Showdown battles, and also VODs from my live streams. And speaking of, I stream over on Twitch. I don't have a set schedule right now, but I have been live at least a few times each week, the past few weeks, so you'll probably be able to catch me at some point. Lately, I've been streaming the new JRPG Iron Chronicle 100 Heroes. I'm having a blast with it, so it'd be awesome to see you guys stop by and enjoy it with me. And also, drop by and let me know that this video sent you. I also have a Discord server if you want somewhere to chat off the videos or just post some silly memes. All the links for everything are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!